Hello Virgo, I'm Kirstine, a full-time tarot reader and astrologer. Today we're tapping into the current Mercury retrograde energy to get you a timeless love reading. We're going to have a bit of a look at a blast from the past for you. This could be recent or an ancient one. We're going to pull two spreads for you. The first one will be how they're showing up, thoughts, feelings and intentions, and how they're going to be walking their talk in 6 to 8 weeks time. And in the second reading, we'll have a look at your reaction to this, what your experience of this situation may be, and get you some oracle, with advice from the oracle, how to deal with this person, what should be considered. Right, okay, so how they're showing up, we've got the Knight of Wands. Interesting. Their thoughts or feeling, their real thoughts. We've got Judgment reversed. How they're really feeling, 5 of Pentacles reversed. How they're walking their talk. Interesting. We've got the Hanged Man. Around you, so around them, something that is kind of making them or contributing to them showing up like this Knight of Wands. We've got the Emperor. 6 to 8 weeks, we've got the Nine of Cups. Underlying energy, Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay, right. Right, okay, so in the present, so how they're showing up, or, you know, this might well be you, Virgo. We've got the Knight of Wands here, so it could be a fire sign for some of you. Knight of Wands can point directly to Sagittarius, but this is kind of keen, eager. It can also come in with a little bit of a scattered energy. This is a kind of a flirty here for a good time, not a long time energy. So they're sort of, they're showing up, acting all keen, but then when it comes down to it, guys, we've actually got this Hanged Man energy. You know, so this to me is somebody who's kind of talking the talk, but not actually doing anything. There's a sense here with the Hanged Man sometimes, you know, there is actually more going on below the surface. With this Hanged Man energy, it can talk about seeing things from a different perspective also. So this one could be somebody, you know, from your past. This is somebody that might have been a very sort of flirty energy, you know, quite a sort of a passionate connection that we've got here. At the moment, they're coming in with a really kind of placid energy, maybe talking about they've seen things from a different perspective, or they may be showing up as a kind of a static energy, trying to keep things, you know, sort of the way they are. The Hanged Man talks about maintaining the status quo. Underlying energy, we've got the Knight of Cups. So again, this could be that pointing to the person. It could be a water sign. This for me points directly to Pisces. But with the Knight of Cups, we've got like a bit of a dreamy energy. This is somebody who, as I say, there's a sense of, you know, big dreams, big ambition, you know, sort of dreaming of the future, but it can also be quite a passive energy. And as I say, we've got this Piscean energy with this. So this may well be somebody that, if this is you, then what you're being met with is a kind of a dreamy energy, and oh yeah, you know, and quite a sort of a passive energy. They may not be saying an awful lot, but how they're, you know, how they're kind of showing up is this Knight of Wands. Or if this is them, then you know, they might be sort of, oh yeah, it'll be great, but they're not actually sort of taking action, or, you know, not kind of, as I say, not stepping up and following through with all this sort of excitement and eagerness. So what they're really thinking, Judgment reversed. Judgment upright talks about answering the call, knowing what the next thing to do is. When it comes in reverse, this talks about a fear of answering the call or not know. So this is talking about either a fear of doing what they know needs to be done, or not knowing how to do what needs to be done. So certainly with this Judgment reversed and this Hanged Man energy, there is definitely a passive energy around them. Maybe trying to see things from a different perspective. As I say, externally it looks like there's nothing going on, but they may well internally, mentally, they are struggling either with fear or trying to figure out how to do what needs to be done. This could be you sort of being quite ardent, contacting them, and oh, I don't know what to do. Emotionally for them, in the heart space, we do have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. This upright, this talks about a situation that is sort of a relationship that's kind of existed on meager resources, time, effort, energy, love, but it's sort of managed to limp along. When it comes in reverse, this does talk about, you know, the situation no longer surviving. So if this is you, Virgo, going in to, you know, to somebody, I do think for them there may be a sense of a fear of what to do, because I think that whatever happened for you guys in the past, there was a lot of difficulties with the relationship. It scraped by for a little while, but there may have well been, you know, a difficulty with, you know, with putting resources into the relationship, time, effort, energy, love, you know, money, all of that kind of thing. Now, external to this Knight of Wands energy, we've got the Empress. This does talk about divine creativity. It's the divine feminine. So, I mean, male or female, you know, it's not necessarily a feminine energy. This could come in as a divine counterpart. So I suspect that this Knight of Wands energy, looking at the external, it does look as if there is somebody else here in the mix that is prompting this action, this kind of stepping forward, eagerness, you know, keenness. Oh yeah, it'll be great, but then maybe not, you know, big dreams, but maybe not actually sort of taking action. So it could be that, you know, maybe they've heard that you've got someone, or, you know, vice versa, but there's definitely an external divine counterpart here in the mix that is prompting this stepping forward, this action. Now, interestingly, I don't give up hope. I don't give up hope. We'll see how this situation unfolds. But how they're walking their talk, 6 to 8 weeks, 9 of Cups. We've actually got this talks, it's reversed. This talks about rejecting the surface value of things. Oh, right, it talks about, you know, kind of focusing on the pleasures in life. Sometimes, depending what it comes in with, it can kind of talk about sort of toxic positivity, you know, and, oh yeah, it'll be great, it'll be great, it'll be fine, it'll be great, you know. When it comes in reverse, there is a sense here of actually looking below the surface, not believing the surface gloss, seeing the value. I mean, it could be that if they're this energy that's like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know what to do, I'm scared, you know, it could be that 6 to 8 weeks from now, there is a sense here of them actually seeing the true value of whatever this relationship is, this connection is. Whereas, you know, at the moment, they're sort of sitting in this energy of a past struggling, you know, connection, or that, you know, it's completely collapsed now. It's not surviving anymore. It looks like there may well be a review of the value of this connection. 6 to 8 weeks for you. Right, okay, so let's have a look then, Virgo. If you choose to connect with this person, let's have a look at your experience of this this reconnection. Right, okay, let's say if you are connecting during Mercury retrograde, don't make any big decisions, because often things can change. New information can come to light when Mercury goes direct. So if you are watching this during a Mercury retrograde period, if it's somebody that you're reconnecting with, just you know, just bide your time. Don't make any heavy kind of commitments initially. Right, okay, so right, so we've got past, we've got this Hanged Man energy. Present, we've got the Empress energy. Okay, interesting. Coming in, we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Your energy, I usually read this as your energy, but obviously there can be, you know, swap them round. Right, okay, their energy, or yeah, so we've got definitely got a beginning and an ending. You know, I want a fresh start, I'm going to take a leap of faith, done is done. However, as I say, 6 to 8 weeks, it does look like the perspective or of this connection may well change, because there is a sense of looking, you know, looking below, interesting, obstacle, believing in victory, believing that things can be overcome. Right, difficult outcome here. We'll get some clarifiers to see what we can do to get this round the right way for you. Right, there's that Judgment in reverse is the underlying energy. So yeah, the Judgment in reverse, as I say, is understanding what the next step is, but being afraid to answer the call, or being unable to answer the call. So obviously, depending which of these two energies you are, you know, take this however it resonates. So in the past, we've got this Hanged Man energy. So I suspect that, you know, within the past, with the Hanged Man, it can talk about it being passive. You know, maybe got to a certain point, but then it didn't develop past that. In the present, we've got the Empress energy. This is the divine sort of counterpart card. So I think for one of you, with this Fool, there is a sense of, you know, believing that this person is the divine counterpart. Male or female, obviously. This is somebody with the divine coming in with the feminine energy, although not necessarily feminine gender. This talks about somebody who's very abundant, very creative, a really beautiful, nurturing energy. Okay, as I say, we've got the Fool and we've got the World. Major arcana, so this talks about big new beginnings, leaps of faith. Obstacle, we've got the Six of Wands. This is believing that it could work. You know, belief in the relationship, belief in the connection. One of you does. The other one is struggling to step up and answer. You know, there's either a fear or an inability to step up and do. So I think with regards to the person here that's got this ending energy around them, I do feel that at some point this was definitely a connection that you both wanted. However, in the past, there may have been either a change in perspective, seeing something from a different point of view, or it could be that the passivity with the relationship, the fact that you know, it didn't change. As obviously, I think the person that wants to finish this, that wants to, you know, kind of close it out, done is done. I've learnt the lesson. I've moved on. I think that's why. So that there's an obstacle here is a kind of believing in the connection again. Outcome for you, we've got the Five of Swords. We will get you some clarifiers. Let's get you incoming energy. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Right, we'll have a look at that in a second. Let's pull you a couple of oracles and then we'll pull you some clarifiers to look at this incoming energy and this outcome. Okay, so yin yang. Okay. What was I saying about this Empress energy? Yin yang, like a yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. Yeah, like I say, with this Empress energy, so this is the divine counterpart energy. So, and you know, if you guys are in a twin flame connection or with the Six of Wands, sometimes it's a tough old trip, it's a tough old journey, and sometimes, you know, people can lose faith along the way. So this to me does look like this is a divine counterpart energy for you, whichever side of this equation you are on. But there is a difficulty in answering the call. Okay, right. Let's have a... Oh, that one actually just flew straight out. Time for a love fest. This is a random deck, right? This is notes from the universe on love and connection. It just makes me chuckle, which is why I use it. So, time for a love fest. Virgo. Actually, everyone is reasonable. They may have their own reasons, and usually it's worth trying to learn what they are to maximise chances of full-blown 60s style psychedelic love fest. Which is always a good thing. The groovy universe. Okay, so you know, we have got definite. I mean, I'm not a twin flame reader. It's not something that I do. It's not my specialist area, but I'll always call it as I see it, and this does to me look like a significant, divinely ordained counterpart connection, twin flame, soulmate, you know, whatever label you want to put on it. Now, I'm just actually put in mind of looking at this reading. It's reminded me of the Virgo season and the Virgo full moon readings. For the Virgo season 2023. If you're watching that at the time of release, then it's this month, but do look back over it, because there is definitely this theme of resisting the natural you know, kind of cycle of things. There's something, you're stepping up there a bit, you know, whatever the situation is. I mean, those readings may well relate to your love life. They're not love specific, but they can actually sort of pull through, you know, the same dynamics in different areas. I think this may well relate to your Virgo season reading. So yeah, I mean, check that out. it'll be on your in your playlist. Right, okay, so incoming energy then, we do have this Knight of Pentacles. So I think looking at this, because we've got this is a real sort of split, a real kind of dichotomy between the two. You know, because you're both in completely different places, it kind of, you know, if you think about a seesaw, you're at opposite ends of the seesaw, perfectly balanced. So there is this sense of this, any sort of slow progress that the connection had made in the past, there is a sense here of it kind of grinding to a halt. And as I say, it is absolutely about somebody stepping up and you know, understanding that there is soulmate energy here for them. Everybody is reasonable, they just have their own reasons, and usually it's worth trying to learn what they are. So I think whatever, you know, if they're scared of stepping up, or they're just, you know, unable to step up, it's probably worth actually talking to this person, or talking to your person, if it's you that's in this world energy, to understand, you know, where the problems are. You're obviously dealing with somebody who's quite a reasonable, mature, emotionally mature person. Outcome, we have got the Five of Swords reversed. This can talk about despair, guys. You know, this is, as I say, we've got divine counterpart energy, we've got Knight of Pentacles. Let's have a look, get some advice to see what we can do with this despair. What can we do to try and, you know, lighten the energy of this outcome here for you? I might not be able to completely fix it, but we'll see what we can do to lighten it up. Right, okay. Okay, so we've got Knight of Cups. Oh my goodness, this came through in the Virgo season readings as well, guys, for Virgo. Four of Pentacles, yeah. Seven of Cups, underlying energy, the Star. Yeah, right, okay. So the Star underlying this advice, you know, that the Star does talk about upright, talks about a divinely guided path, thinking that this is an authentic path for you, healing after big changes, you know, and moving on to something that's divinely guided for you. For me, the Star's North Node energy. So we've got the King of Cups reversed, the Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. So this, the King of Cups, he was coming out strongly in the Virgo season readings. There is a set, the King of Cups could be pointing to a water sign, could be Scorpio, one of the other water signs, but this talks about, it can talk about emotional mastery and emotional suppression. Upright, this is an explosion. This can be an explosion of emotions. It can be, you know, kind of still having emotional growth to do. So if this is definitely with this, you know, this sense of talking that I was, you know, talking about, these people are reasonable, talk to them. With the King of Cups, it can talk about, you know, getting unexpressed emotions out, or some level of emotional, you know, kind of growth, growing up, stepping up, taking emotional responsibility and maturity. Four of Pentacles. This is part of the this King of Cups energy is the obstacle. With the Four of Pentacles, this does point to, if you're not able to do this, you know, then there is a sense of instability. Could also be saying with this, if you're being encouraged to express your emotions or talk about emotions, get them to open up. King of Cups energy could be very difficult to actually get a word out of them. They're frustrating partners that they never really say much of anything. It's a sort of a still waters run deep. You know they're thinking something, you know they're feeling something, but they won't actually open their mouth and express it. There is a sense here of that needs to be done. You know, you need to have this conversation. You need to open up or get this other person to open up. And with the Seven of Cups, this talks about determination to make things of your dreams, you know, understanding and you know, kind of like sort of the Seven of Cups, it can be confusion. You know, it can be confusion. There's lots of different things in the cups, what we're going to get. It can be illusion. So I think looking at this, this looks like the way to get out of this despair energy, whichever side of this you're on. As I say, 6 to 8 weeks, it does look like there's a new perspective with regards to this connection coming in. You need to have an open and frank conversation, whichever side of you is holding back. Talk about long term. Talk about why this person is struggling to answer this judgment energy. Why are they struggling to answer the call? I'm sure they've got some kind of perfectly reasonable explanation for it. Talk it through. You may be able to find some kind of compromise, but there's definitely a conversation needed here to resolve confusion. Okay. Right, Virgo, I'll leave that there for you. Check out all of your readings, your year ahead if you're watching this during your birthday season. Thanks for watching. See you again next week.